Hey there, Utah. Good morning. Meteorologist Nate Larsen here at Fox 13. I just want to give you a quick update to the forecast. We have had quite a bit of dense fog across much of the Wasatch Front, a lot of the northern valleys, which we're starting to see some relief. It sloshes around a little bit in the morning, especially as the sun starts to come up. We start to see it thin out as well. So you can kind of see from some of the cameras that are up on screen where we're tracking some of the fog. Most of it hugging closest to areas around bodies of water, so near Great Salt Lake, so out off of Legacy Highway, Davis Corridor. We do have some fog, though, up at IMC on our camera there in parts of the Salt Lake Valley. So dealing with some of that as you head out with dense fog advisories through 10 o'clock right now. Above the inversion, above some of the moisture that's trapped within the inversion layer, we've got beautiful blue sky out there. Ochre Mountain camera showing us that. Temperature-wise, we're still at freezing in Ogden and Logan, but above freezing across much of the Wasatch Front. 35 in Cedar and 30 Bryce Canyon. St. George coming in at 48. About average high temperatures out there today. Maybe a little cooler than normal down south where we do have a bit of a storm system still pushing through. But here's that live look Legacy Parkway. This is West Salt Lake, or West Bountiful, excuse me. Showing visibility is actually pretty good, at least on the roadways. Not too bad there. But we do have some fog. This is up near the U. With the sun coming up, a little bit more sunshine out there. We're going to start to, again, hopefully thin out some of the cloud deck, the fog deck. So visibility showing down to a quarter mile or less at the Ogden Airport. So we're pretty socked in Weber County. Let me pull up the UDOT traffic. So let me just double check. I was looking at, that was again still westbound full up into Layton. It's cleared out, it looks like, nicely along I-15, so good news there. Out near the Ogden Airport, though, it's showing itself. Yep, still pretty socked in. So got some decent fog there. Might even have a little bit of freezing fog, like on some of the surface there. So yeah, watch out for some slick spots in some locations. 21st Street, I-15, pretty socked in. Looks like overall, though, traffic's moving along pretty good for what traffic's out there, even with some of the poor visibility that we have, especially up in Weber Davis County. So quarter mile east of the airport in Salt Lake City. We'll continue to see improving conditions. Some fog in west central Utah out there. Blandings and reduced visibility, mostly because of the showers that are moving through there. Again, just some basic reminders. So when we're driving in fog, maybe it's been a minute for you, maybe not something you're used to, but of course, traffic or speed limits with normal conditions, good weather days, that's the speed limit. Slow down, don't go as fast as you should go according to the speed limit, especially when conditions don't allow. High beams don't help you at all in fog. You want to use those low beams or some fog lights. Of course, if you can avoid being out on the roads, stay home if you can. And just make sure you're pulled off into a safe parking lot or area with your hazard lights on if you feel like you just can't keep going on the roadway. So don't want to be a hazard for others that are coming up behind you. So as far as QuickCast goes, looking at the satellite radar, you can see the storm system to the south of us pushing mainly clouds, some light shower activity. In fact, let me pull back up some of the precipitation over the last 24 hours, pretty minimal, a few hundredths of an inch. If anything, I'm just navigating through the National Weather Service's website to pull up these so you can see them as well. Some of the big winners, Henry Mountain had about 0.2 of an inch, but they're pretty high elevation, as you can see, 8,200 feet, 8,300. 0.2 of an inch almost there. North Long Points had almost 0.2 of an inch in the last 24 hours. Otherwise, areas in around south central, southwestern Utah, a few hundredths, if anything, of an inch of moisture. And so, not a big storm system. Could see another 1/10 of an inch or so from the storm as it continues to progress through the state. For northern Utah, as some of the fog clears out, hopefully the cloud deck clears out as well. We should see more sunshine this afternoon. Temperature is about 49, so similar to where we were yesterday, kind of a wash, rinse, and repeat. Southern Utah, clearing skies in addition, after some of the clouds we've had early this morning, but highs in the low 60s. And with the inversion in place, air quality has been pretty mucky this morning. I've got our AirView powered by TELUS that we're showing some of the readings. So yeah, if you've got respiratory issues with some of the inversion out there, don't want to go out and exercise, do strenuous activity with some of the readings that we're getting from our TELUS network. So moderate is forecast from Department of Environmental Quality today, moderate air quality, but generally we'll see some improvement, especially into tomorrow, which is good news. As we've got a front moving through. Oh, I apologize. Keep yawning. So air quality, yeah, not super great today, but it should improve some throughout the day as we start to lift that the inversion layer. It kind of sinks down closer to the ground, compresses everything, and concentrates more of the pollution here near the surface. But it should kind of mix out some as temperatures start to warm up a little bit throughout the day today. I just checked the latest forecast still for Salt Lake County. Still shows moderate today, tomorrow, but improving on Tuesday, following the front. So let's kind of show you what's headed our way then. So we do have a weak front that's going to slide through Monday, bringing us a little bit of change. We get the models loaded up here for you. Show you again any moisture potential, mainly southeast Utah for the remainder of your Sunday, with improving skies down southwest part of the state. This shows again a chance of rain mainly hanging on through about midday, early afternoon. Amanda, I'm with you. The fog's killing me. I think it's affecting my voice again. Some of the pollution out there. But hey, here's the front that's going to help sweep it out. So this is Monday. You can see the weak front bringing very little moisture, if any. Maybe a few sprinkles. Swings through tomorrow, late afternoon and evening. Northwest flows in place behind it. We'll continue to see periods of sun and clouds, but not expecting much, if any, shower activity with that front passing Monday. Additional rain, another 0.05 of an inch or so in Blanding. And so the next storm system that we are tracking, models continue to show it for next weekend. So hopefully it continues to pan out. Good news, I guess, with quiet weather leading into Thanksgiving is we've got good travel conditions across much of the western states. If you've got plans to hit the road, things look pretty quiet that way. I do have, let me pull up this model to kind of give you an idea of what some of the early forecasts are showing. So as that storm system clears out towards the east, we get that Clipper storm on Monday, little to no showers. High pressure then builds in. This is into Thanksgiving Day. Mostly sunshine expected for much of the state. And then into Friday and mainly Saturday, we're still seeing the potential for this storm showing up with some of the long-range models. And it could be cold enough. This is into Sunday to bring snow levels down to the valley floors. So we could use it. We need it. We are behind for snow. We usually have had at least measurable snow by the 8th of November. So yeah, we're almost done with the month. It looks like we possibly could get it just in time for the end of the month. A little bit of snow. Not looking super impressive with overall moisture content at this point, but again, this is forecasting out a week. Generally, models are about 80% accurate 3 to 5 days out over the long trend, right? If you analyze the statistics of it all. So when you get out to a week, tend to be a little more hit and miss, but generally the overall pattern is continuing to show active weather settling in by the end of the month into December. So winter might just be around the corner. Good news there. Today's highs, upper 40s, low 50s for a lot of northern valleys. Ruts is the fog reminding of San Francisco. Yeah, I really get socked in the Bay Areas, right? The marine boundary layer is much different, but I guess reminiscent of what we're seeing this morning. 61 St. George, Blanding at just 44 for your high today. 53 bullfrogs, so 50s and low 60s in southern Utah. Similar pattern continues across. Let me just get rid of my box there. You can see the forecast, but southern Utah through Thursday, lots of sunshine after the skies clear today. Highs near 60. We'll drop to 54 on Saturday with a chance of rain in southern Utah with that storm brewing and pushing in. From foggy this morning to mostly sunshine this afternoon, and then partly cloudy skies. Dry front moves in, as I mentioned, Monday. So temperatures in the mid-40s on Tuesday, and then we'll be back in the mid-50s Thursday, Friday, with a drop Saturday, potentially bringing rain, snow over to snow into Sunday if it kind of hangs out. Early guesstimates showing maybe we could get an inch or two in Salt Lake with hopefully a good half a foot or more in some of our mountain areas. So we'll keep our eyes on that. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you have a great Sunday. Again, if you're in some areas that are still seeing some dense fog, drive safely out there. Maybe avoid the roads until next couple of hours till it kind of thins out, clears out. We should see some improving conditions there because it is going to be a nice day. In fact, where's the mountain camera? There it is. It looks nice out there. It's this Natural History Museum. Yeah, just kind of looking around the valleys. Still pretty socked in some places, but thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Stay tuned. Yeah, we'll have another update, of course. We do them every day. Maddie will be back for the